What is up, people? Do not fear the bare-chested man. Once again, people, the trend continues, and all I ask of you out there in cyberspace and internet world, in the interweb world, people that are longing for direction, people that are longing for a place in this world, people who are looking to embrace the horror, people that need to make some cash on a daily basis. I am your savior. They call me the Jesus Christ of Wall Street. I did not dub this upon myself. This was bestowed upon me. Reasons being, I perform miracles. But yes, all prophets are scorned, disbelieved, mocked, and poked fun of. Yet I provide these services on a daily basis for the good of mankind. Now we all know where that I've been broadcasting from, and these days have come to a close because they do not embrace the bare-chested man talking about situations in the stock market. They fear the bare-chested man, but I am Superman. I'm also a stock trading cyborg, as you all know. So right now, let's address what we did yesterday on just one particular day, which was yesterday. Because of course, as we all know, what I did yesterday and provided you for today means nothing for today, which I will provide you for tomorrow. What did I just say? Doesn't even matter. Let's talk about what you missed. And don't forget, I'll be on the Day Trading Rockstar show today at noon, talking about my magic powers. So yesterday I was trading SHLD, a stock that I absolutely despise. And I saw it going green. You know how much I love that. So I bought some of that stock, and it plummets 80 cents as soon as I get my print done. So I dollar cost average, and then I said, you know what? If I'm going to hang on to this stock, because it looked like it was going to become something of a catastrophe, so I decided to sell calls against this position for May. But then I read that the earnings were coming out this morning. So I quickly realized my mistakes. So the stock started to rally, and I was able to get out of that position on basically a flat basis. But then it dawned on me, wait a minute, schmuck brains, you just sold calls out there. Why don't you cover the calls before the position and unwind them together like you should? But I tried to be smart about it, and I sold the position, hoping that the stock would then roll over and I would be able to get out of those calls making money too. But of course, that's not what happened. That's not what happened, people. The stock decided to go green once again and rocket and close at the highs of the day, forcing me to cover those calls at the high of the day, and then I bestowed this upon the people of Earth. Please, whatever you do, short the SHLD, the shield, because this is the situation that I bring to the table. And these are the situations that I love to talk about, because these are the situations that confuse you, that confound you, that you can't understand. 1 second he's saying how smart he is. Do what he says. You're going to make money in the stock market. Just follow along and embrace the horror. But then he's saying how things go wrong for him and things don't work out, and that you should do the complete opposite. Here's what I try to do on a daily basis. I try to explain to you the situations, and you need to learn how to interpret. There was no misinterpretation here, friends. None at all. No misinterpretation could have happened in any way, because what I did was I announced that I had just taken a loss on those SHLD calls, and the earnings were coming out tomorrow morning. So the matrix in all of its splendor and wonderment, what it normally does is it mocks me the next day by having that stock that I just took a loss on plummet, to add insult to injury, to add insult to injury. So I suggested, yea, I begged you to possibly take a position in some SHLD puts, maybe even go out on a limb and short that stock into the close, looking for the stock to gap down. And yay, what are you blessed with today? A stock down over 5%. An options play that you could have made 100% on. And another chapter in the life of what I do. But that is only the tip of the iceberg. Yesterday was one of those days where I just couldn't get it right. And I knew what this day was going to transpire into. So then we had the Yoku. Y-O-K-U. And I made this massive mistake on Wednesday, was it? No, sorry, Tuesday. Yay, my friends, my powers were displayed once again. And it is on record if you need to go find these, my doubters, my skeptics. It is all on record now. You can subpoena the place that I was working. They have it on record. You can ask some of the traders around me that I blessed my trade with the Yoku going green at 44 and change. With some anticipation, I bought the stock at 44.11. It spiked to 44.15. And I don't need to look at charts because this is now etched in my brain forever. My brain is like a hard drive. New annoying things come in, some annoying things go out. Annoying things come in, annoying things come out. Eventually, I'm basically up to 1988. I can't remember anything prior to 1988 because all the noise that goes in pushes the other stuff out. My hard drive is only 1 terabyte and I am busting at the seams. So Yoku at 44.11 spikes up 4 cents, and of course you know how the Yoku drops quickly. But then I was like, you know what, this stock is about to explode based on the Baidu indicator. We all know and love the Baidu indicator. The Baidu basically guides me on how I trade. If I see Baidu getting strong, I look to buy stocks. If I see Baidu getting weak, I look to short stocks, especially in the Chinese arena. And we all know the Chinese stocks have been taking some sort of a hit over the last couple of weeks, correct? So the Yoku, we missed it on the way down, but that's okay. We were going to make some money on the way up here. So 44.11 is my entry point. Then, convinced that the market was about to start accelerating, I was going to buy another 1,000 shares of Yoku at 44.11. Had my price all ready to go. So then I send my order and I see I immediately get done. Even though the offer on Yoku is now 44.25, how could I possibly get that print so quickly at 44.11? Then it dawned on me. Oh, it didn't just dawn on me, it slapped me right in the face. I just sold the first 1,000 shares at the same price I just bought it at because I pressed the red button opposed to the green button. Because sometimes I just get colorblind, I guess. I guess sometimes I just get that stupid that I can't even tell the difference between colors. And I haven't had a miskey problem like that in a long time. I haven't done that kind of a stupid trade in a long time. And then there was a trader that I enjoy his banter, I enjoy his analysis, I enjoy listening to what he brings to the table, and he was also buying Yoku at the same time. And I went into the chat room, I said, this is the one, kids. This is the one. I just accidentally sold my Yoku at 44.11 and now it was printing 44.50, 44.60. I tried to get involved. I managed to get 200 shares. I tried to buy the options, didn't get print. There it was at $45, already up close to 80 cents, 90 cents from where I had just sold it. Please, people, buy the Yoku. This is your moment of time. Buy the Yoku right here. I am not going to buy it back because I am too pissed and I don't want a revenge trade. Revenge trade would have been mine. Revenge would have been mine, but I decided not to do it. And what did the Yoku do? 46. 47. I believe it printed 47.99, or was it exactly 48 and change? Something to the point of making 4 points. And there we had another one. But, people, that is just, again, the tip of the depressing iceberg. MCP. MCP, my friends. Yeah. Discouraged and upset about the Yoku, when MCP stopped moving, I decided to take my small profit on the stock. It busted through 59 and then quickly pulled back, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to get stuck in this stock and lose money after missing on the Yoku, so let me get out of the MCP. But I did do something smart. I loved those $60 calls. Buying them under $1 was a no-brainer. I figured if MCP had a move over the next 2 days, those would be an easy 40-50% gainer. And there it was. There it was, people. I bought the MCP $60 calls, and next thing you know, I'm buying them at under $1, and I'm selling them for $1.25, and then $1.35, and $1.45. And now that I was out of the stock, what did I do? And we discussed this again. I said, here's one of those situations. MCP, people. Watch what MCP does now. With only 2 days left. With only 2 days left. I said, if you are an options trader, or whether or not you want to put yourself on the line and go out and just buy the stock. But I said, why not play it conservative and just get those $60 calls now that I sold out of them? Because they had already gone up from where I sold out of them. Now here's the crazy point. Here's the crazy part. The stock did sell off afterwards in the afternoon. Next thing you know, those options were back to where I had actually bought them in the first place. Yeah, it trickled into my brain there for 1 second. It did. It did. I thought for a second, wow, maybe this will be the one. Maybe this will be the time where I sell out of something and it doesn't go up 100 or 200 or 400 or 1,000% or 1,000,000 times more. Maybe this will be the one. But no. I wake up to see MCP gapping up 2 or 3 points. People, there is no reason to doubt what goes on here. And I know I may have promised things in the past, a website, more interactive, more exciting, more transparency. You need to see what I'm doing on a daily basis, but I try to give it to you as much as I can. I try to lay it out there as best as possible and try to guide you in your stock market excursions. I try to help. And for all you skeptics and non-believers, the new website, the one thing that will be definite about it, we have to have a place for all the trades, because obviously there are losers. Hey, listen, I was buying Google into that earnings report. That was an absolute nightmare. We were loving US Steel above 55. The one time where a stop loss actually worked out for us because I said I wouldn't let it go back below 55 without us. Of course there are losers, but the winners, people, the winners. Duh, winning. I got tiger blood, people. And if you just want to hang out, if you just want to get to know me first, you can do that too. Because when we do relaunch this hitthebid.com website, it's going to be the old site. And then we're going to improve upon it and see what we can do. Tweak it. And I know there's some people out there, I sent some emails out the other day. The reason I didn't start calling was because everything in my life just went absolutely haywire. I'm not even going to be in the same place that I was when I told you about those phone calls. But right now it looks like all the good things are going to come together, finally. I called in a few favors that were owed to me for a decade. I called them in, and it looks like people are going to actually follow through. So a lot of new things are going to be happening with the Hit the Bid family, and I hope that you remain part of what's going on. Because the meek shall inherit the earth. And I consider myself the fringe player of the stock market. I don't see many analysts coming on with marijuana leaves around their hairless, shirtless body coming on to talk about the stock market. I just don't see that. Maybe they do that in the privacy of their own home, but I find it my obligation to just disrobe every once in a while. So it makes me feel good. Plus, there's no air conditioning on in my house, and it's stupid hot. Hello! Moral of the story, boom. This guy, I bless you.
I would much prefer Krull.